Welcome back to Shrink by Quint, where each week we dive into the complexities of psychotherapy, dispelling myths and leveraging the latest research to explore a wide array of mental health topics. My goal is to empower you with knowledge and insights that nurture a healthier, happier life, because after all, your health truly is your wealth. Now this week I'm going to take a light-hearted look at the differences between counselling and psychotherapy. What do these two disciplines have in common? Where do they diverge? And which approach do you think might best support you or a loved one in times of crisis? So, what is the difference between counselling and psychotherapy? Dance between psychotherapy and counselling is a bit like comparing the opera to a pop concert. Both aim to move the audience, but one spends time on your heartstrings, while the other prefers an efficient yank. It's not that one is better than the other, but more that each serves a different kind of emotional diet. Let's start with counselling, that brisk, straight-to-the-point type, like a friend who suggests you buy a new jacket after your old one gets drenched. Counsellors are focused and practical, offering you strategies and solutions for handling stress or wading through the wreckage of a breakup. It's a targeted approach, high on structure, low on wandering into your childhood memories of the swing set. Counselling is what you call when life throws its short-term chaos your way, like job changes, or when the daily grind has ground you down. Picture a well-meaning coach holding a stopwatch, ready to get you from problem to coping strategy in a matter of weeks rather than years. The emphasis is on now, on today, on fixing the leak rather than finding out why you live in a house that floods every time it rains. If you want to talk about why you keep finding yourself in that house, well, that's where psychotherapy comes in. Psychotherapy is like the slow, sumptuous feast your grandmother used to make when she wanted to remind you that food, much like healing, can't be rushed. The process is long-term, an excavation of old, often painful patterns, and a full dive into your psyche's haunted basements. Psychotherapists don't just ask you what happened yesterday, they ask you what happened 20 years ago on a Tuesday afternoon when your best friend moved away and nobody explained why. They're here for your unconscious motivations, patterns that insist on repeating themselves until you see them, understand them, and learn how to interrupt the cycle. The training is a world apart as well. Counsellors might sport a master's degree focused on today's issues, like training to be a sprinter. Psychotherapists are the marathon runners, with years of studying human development, psychological theory, and the art of wading into deep emotional waters. If counselling is your neighbourhood problem solver, psychotherapy is your grand architect, building bridges that stretch across the chasm between past and present. The techniques differ too. Counsellors might employ a person-centred or solution-focused approach, aiming to shore you up with resilience and the ability to make life's work better in the short term. A psychotherapist, however, could be crafting an intricate map of your psyche, exploring psychodynamic influences, or dismantling your distorted cognitive frameworks, one maladaptive thought at a time. Of course, the goals follow suit. Counselling offers relief, often immediate, like an emotional aspirin. Psychotherapy, meanwhile, is about long-term transformation, digging up old roots to plant something healthier and enduring. It's for those who want to understand not just what hurts, but why it hurts. A journey not for the faint-hearted. Yet, as life has its way of defining simple categories, the lines can blur. What begins as counselling might morph into psychotherapy if, say, the wound beneath your present crisis turns out to be deeper than you expected. In the end, both forms of support are invaluable. Counselling, when life needs a quick fix, psychotherapy, when your very soul demands an overhaul. The real magic lies in that elusive connection between client and therapist, the gentle art of meeting where the need is deepest. Like any good story, it all comes down to being truly heard. Thank you for joining me today on Shrink by Quint. And if you found this episode helpful, please subscribe, share it with others, or leave a review. Your feedback helps me continue to provide what I hope is valuable content to support your mental health journey. Remember, Your health is your wealth. Until next time, take care.